You know, yesterday I talked about the Pop the Balloon show, where they brought this freak of nature without a neck on the show. And of course, all the women popped the balloons as soon as they saw him. And I talked about how freak of natures with deformities shouldn't be out in public. But there's other reasons why you shouldn't be out there on dating TV shows trying to get black girls on the Pop the Balloon show. For example, me, I can't go on these shows. As soon as I come out on these shows, there's going to be 25 TikToks with 25 different fat women talking about me being in doggy style in a bed and telling them, hey, please eat my ass. And it's all about getting my ass, say, eat my ass this, eat my ass that. It's going to be embarrassing. So you'll never find me in one of these TV shows because my past is just way too dark. I've done a lot of horrible things to women. I've shitted on women's chest. I've pissed on the floor. I won't even mention the amount of panties I've stolen in my past for fear that it's gone to the point where it's now considered a felony. And I don't want this video to be used against me while I'm in a court of law at a later time when I get exposed. But at least I understand this and I have the common sense to know that people with deformities and people with a dark, evil past like me shouldn't be out there on public shows, you know, exposing ourselves because there's going to be consequences we could have just avoided. So that brings me to another guy that went on the Pop the Balloon show. And this guy went completely viral as well because he was going back and forth with these women. You know, they were insulting him. As soon as they came in, they all started popping the balloon. And I'm going to be honest. As soon as I saw this guy, I got a really bad feeling about him. I got a really bad feeling about this guy, and I knew this guy was dangerous. I was able to tell right away by his head shape and his mouth, the way his teeth look, and his arms. This guy has been a menace since the time he was 5. He was most likely the strongest kid in the class. He used to bite, he used to spit at people. Whenever he didn't get his way in class, he would throw himself on the floor and slam the back of his head over and over and over on the floor. This guy was most likely still pissing himself on the bed when he was 13. I can tell, I can spot these things. I can pick up on these things and I'm usually right. And would you look at that, I was right. All these women are coming out exposing him now. Let's start with this Mexican lady with gigantic tits that went viral exposing him. She goes on to say that he was very controlling. He was very dominant. He was very jealous. Yeah, bitch, you couldn't tell? Look at his head. Look at his arms. Look at his teeth. He was built to bite like a game-bred pit bull terrier made for the fighting pits. That's what he looks like, and that's what he is. He's half retarded. Look at the way he speaks and the things he says.
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
And now,
Yeah, I'm a licensed plumber. Gives a fuck about a licensed plumber. Go and clog the log that came out of my ass in that toilet. It's clogged. It's clogged the whole plumbing system to the building. Go ahead, plumber boy. The fuck brags about being a plumber? Like, I know it's a good job, but it's not something you brag about. Let's be real here. So, somehow he managed to move into this fat titty Mexican lady's house. But things started going south right away, as so it often happens with people who bite and people who spit. So according to the fat titty Mexican lady, this guy put a tracker in her car. When she found out about it, she wanted to break up with the guy. But of course, he said no. He didn't want to let go of this fat titty Mexican lady. I mean, I don't even blame him. When you get a fat titty Mexican lady like this one, she even has kids, by the way. So she's got kids. Apparently, when he met her, she was talking to a bunch of guys. But the problem is, these are the type of women that be having the best type of pussies. These women right here, the fat titty Mexican ladies with Mexican cereal box bodies. These women be having the best type of pussies. Believe me when I tell you. So Retard Strength was doing everything in his power to not let her go. But the writing was on the wall. She was over this guy. It was just way too much. So listen to what this animal did to this fat titty Mexican lady.
He went to go get coffee for me or something from Starbucks. And he was like, something's wrong with your car. And I was like, what do you mean something's wrong with my car? He's like, yeah, it started to act weird. And I was like, okay, hold on right there. My car, I have a 2019 Dodge Challenger. It's been perfectly fine. I kept up with the oil. I don't understand. All of a sudden you're driving it and something's wrong with it. And on my way to my mom's, I start to feel that my car is starting to shake. And I'm like, dang, like, what is it? I took it to 2 different mechanics that were like, it was the spark plugs, the ignition coils. I fixed that. And then I went to another mechanic because it started to shake again. And supposedly it was the same thing. They fixed that again. So I went to a 3rd mechanic and he's like, I think they might have put sugar in your gas tank, but I would need to take out the gas tank to make sure. And I was like, no, I don't think he would be capable of doing something like that. Got a new car. I went to the dealership and I got a new car. I changed my car And when I asked him, hey, did you ever find out what was wrong with my Challenger? He said, yes, there was sugar in the gas tank. So this man that claims to be very godly and studies the Bible and, practices this religion, put sugar in my gas tank.
I mean, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I would do the same thing. You get with a fat titty Mexican lady. Creamiest pussy I've ever had in my entire life, and now you just want to take it away from me? I'm a licensed plumber. Bitch, I'm fucking up your charger. I'm putting sugar in the tank. And you're very lucky I don't put this retard strength to use and kill you, bitch. I have the bite force of a pit bull terrier. Look at my teeth. This guy's wild. How these women pick up on these signs is just beyond me. And people are just keep digging deeper and deeper into this guy's past. He used to be from California. And back in 2014, he was arrested. Listen to this. 20-year-old Aaron Sloan was arrested Saturday for allegedly setting up a robbery through a Craigslist ad. The victims met Aaron Sloan in the 2100 block of East 51st Street. Oh, this nigga keeping it 55th Street. Isn't this a Crip neighborhood? This guy's probably a member of the Crips. So they met on the 2100 block of East 51st Street, expecting to buy a 2003 Cadillac, of course. One of the victims reportedly found the car on Craigslist. After meeting up with Sloan, the seller, going on a test drive and deciding to purchase, a masked man walked up to them and reportedly pointed a gun demanding money. And that was Plumber Boy, by the way. See, when I tell you when I had a bad feeling about these people, all the signs were there. His teeth, his head, his arms, everything says this guy is out of control. There's like 6 to 8 women already coming out about this guy. And you know what? Fuck all these women. I'm with Plumber Boy. Because when you're retarded, people should just leave you alone. Okay, don't get involved with me if you know I'm retarded. All the signs are there. Look at my teeth. They're built to bite. So you're going to get bit eventually. For your own good, stay away from me. Same thing with women with me. Don't get involved with me because I made it clear from the jump I'm going to get my ass ate. It's like a big thing for me. I'm going to steal your panties and I'm going to piss all over your floor. These are the things that I do. I can't change for anybody. But when I get famous, don't come out and make TikToks about me, exposing me. When you knew the deal you were going to get when you got involved with me. You know what? Let's just support the Plumber Boy because apparently he lost his job. He's being exposed all over the internet by all these women. Apparently he beat the shit out of some lady. His world's going to shit right now. And the moral of the story is, if you're a guy with a deformity, stay away from people. If you're a guy with a dark past like this guy and like me, stay away from the limelight. As soon as you pop out and you think shit is sweet, bad things are gonna happen. People like us are supposed to stay in the dark, in a cave somewhere where no one can see us.